Ladies and gentlemen, that really wasn't loud enough. I present to you the graduating class of Spring 2026. Be careful what you ask for. Audience, please rise for our national anthem and remain standing for the invocation. Our national anthem. Please remain standing. At this time, Professor Christine Pagano of the Nursing Department and one of the advisors of this great group of student nurses will deliver the invocation. Professor Pagano.
As we gather for this meaningful occasion, let us pause and reflect on the journey that has brought us here today. We honor the dedication, perseverance, and compassion of these graduates who have committed themselves to the care of others. Each candle lit this evening symbolizes knowledge, hope, service, and the quiet strength it takes to walk beside people in their most vulnerable moments. May this light remind us of the responsibility nurses carry, to lead with skill, to serve with empathy, and to offer comfort with dignity and respect. May it also reflect the resilience, courage, and humanity that define the nursing profession. Today we celebrate not only academic achievement, but the beginning of a calling rooted in healing. As these graduates move forward, may they do so with confidence in their training, pride in their purpose, and commitment to making a difference in the lives of others. Let this ceremony be a tribute to the work they have done, the lives they will touch, and the light they now carry into the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Pagano. Audience, please be seated. Graduates, please be seated. I'd just like to acknowledge our music. The music played coming in was the violin by one of our current students, Mr. Yoram G. Please give him a round of applause. And because all nurses have more than one job, Dr. Philip Nealon from the nursing department was on piano. Thank you, Dr. Nealon. You can judge an organization by its leaders and leadership, And I'm proud to say that we're proud of the president of our college. We've always supported the nursing department. So at this time, I'd like to ask President Mangino to address you.
So you did it, right? Take a breath. I could feel the nerves when I'm sitting down there, and watching the tears made me cry. You make us all so proud. The faculty are proud of your accomplishments. Your family and friends are proud of your accomplishments. But what is most important is that you are proud of your accomplishments. This was not an easy journey. For the family and friends, the competition to get into any nursing program is fierce, and the rigor involved in staying in the program is extremely challenging. Not everyone makes it to the pinning ceremony. And for our graduates, when you think back to your first day at QCC, learning to navigate the campus, not knowing anyone, and wondering if all the rumors about how hard it is to get into the nursing program are really true. Are they? So now you know how to navigate the campus, and you've made amazing friends who will be with you forever. And yes, it is very competitive to be accepted to the nursing program, but you did it. All those late nights studying or completing that last-minute paper, the hours spent in the library, and all those times you missed with your families while you did an assignment for class or preparing for your clinical rotations. Today, you will always remember this moment. And this is what you have worked so very hard to get to. So take a minute to appreciate it and all the effort that it took you to get here. And before you start worrying about what you will do next, take tomorrow to revel in your amazing accomplishments, spend some of that missed time with family and friends, and be proud of this incredible achievement. And then come back Friday to walk across the stage so I could shake your hand and hand you your diploma. But after you finish celebrating this achievement, you are going to join the ranks of healthcare professionals who are dedicating their lives to caring for others. You will be taking the knowledge you learned at QCC, the skills that you have honed, and the confidence that you have developed. And you make us all proud. And I hope that each of you love your job as much as I love mine. And a special thank you to the faculty and staff who have helped you along your journey and who are as dedicated to see you through this journey as you have been to make it to the end. Thank you, faculty, for sharing your knowledge, your wisdom, and your passion. So from everyone at Queensborough Community College, a sincere congratulations for making it today.
Thank you, Dr. Mangino. Give me a minute, Sue. Thank you. Next is Dr. Susan Reichart, the chairperson of our department, will come and give you her address.
Hi, everybody. Welcome, President Mangino, Vice President Provost Dr. Phyllis Curtis-Tweed, our esteemed QCC cabinet members, our faculty, friends, and family joining us today. Dear graduates, congratulations on reaching this remarkable milestone in your journey as nursing students. Throughout your time in this program, you have demonstrated unwavering dedication, resilience, and commitment to excellence. You have embraced the challenges of rigorous coursework, clinical rotations, and countless hours of studying, all with the goal of becoming skilled and compassionate nurses. As you prepare to embark on the next chapter of your careers, we urge you to remember the fundamental values that have guided you thus far. Nursing is not merely a profession, it is a calling to serve others with compassion, empathy, and integrity. Each day, you'll have the opportunity to make a meaningful difference in the lives of your patients, their families, and your communities. Never underestimate the impact that your kindness, expertise, and presence can have on those who are in need. Above all, never lose sight of the profound privilege and responsibility that comes with being a nurse. Cherish the trust that is placed in you by your patients and their families, and always strive to uphold the highest standards of ethical practice and compassionate care. As you light your candles today, we foresee the countless lives that you will touch and the incredible impact that you will have on those who are in need. May you carry this light with you wherever you go. Let it serve as a beacon of hope in moments of darkness and a source of comfort in times of sorrow. Our nursing department, college, family, and friends are also very proud of you. The nursing profession is fortunate to have such dedicated and talented individuals like yourselves joining its ranks. We have no doubt that you will go on to achieve great things in the years to come. So congratulations again, graduates. The world awaits your light.
Thank you, Dr. Reichart. Ladies and gentlemen, on this stage today is this graduate who doesn't know I'm going to talk about him, but I'm going to be brief. He selflessly served in the military to make life better for others, and I'm going to ask him if he could stand. Please, stand. Please remain standing. In the audience, if you're an active member of the military, any branch, please stand so we could thank you. If you're retired military, please stand. I see some stand. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Nursing is a team, and we're happy that we don't do it alone, and I think sometimes we must be mindful of that first responders in any category is part of the team. So I'm going to ask any nurse in here who graduated from Queensborough program, including one who's here today, graduated over 40 years ago, please stand. Please remain standing. If you're an LPN, please stand. If you're a registered nurse, please stand. If you're a CNA, PCT, UAP, EMS, please stand. Public safety, FDNY. Our police officers, our sanitation workers. Basically, when all hell breaks loose and you're the one they call, please stand. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the team that you're going to join. Please applaud them. It's my favorite part. At this time, I invite our pianist, Dr. Philip Nealon, to give the congratulatory address. Dr. Nealon.
President Mangino, Dr. Reichard, faculty and nursing staff, parents, families, and friends, and especially and most importantly, the graduating class of spring 2026. Today, we gather not only to celebrate an achievement, but to honor a calling. To the graduating class of 2026, congratulations. Your hard work, sacrifices, resilience, and compassion have brought you to this extraordinary moment in your lives. There's a famous quote from the poet T.S. Eliot, who wrote, "In my beginning is my end, and in my end is my beginning." These words are especially true today, May 27th. For many of you, the journey began with uncertainty, long nights of studying, early clinical mornings, late clinical evenings, moments of doubt and speculation, and moments of you wonder if you had enough strength to continue to this beginning. But in this beginning, there's also an ending, a waiting. The completion of this chapter, the achievement of your degree, a transformation for each and every one of you into nurses, and a fulfillment of your dream, your dream. But as this ending arrives, so too does a new beginning and a new chapter in your lives. Today is not simply the end of nursing school. It is the beginning of a life dedicated to healing, advocacy, service, and hope. It is the beginning of comforting frightened patients, supporting grieving families, celebrating recoveries, and standing strong in moments when others cannot. And those will look to you for guidance and support. There is much to learn in nursing, and please, please, always be lifelong learners, which is so necessary in nursing. Challenge yourselves to learn something new every day and to share that knowledge willing with others. You are entering a profession that will ask much of you, as well as demand much of you. It will ask for your intelligence, your endurance, your compassion, your patience, and above all, your humility. Yet it is also one of the few professions where a simple act of kindness can change someone's darkest days into one fulfilled with courage, and I might say even hope. You will be remembered not only for the medications you administer or the charge to complete, but for the hands you hold, the dignity you preserve, and the compassion you show when it matters most. And even when you wonder, will it matter? It will matter to many, and you will matter to many. To the families, friends, peers, and mentors and faculty and staff here this afternoon, thank you. Behind each and every graduate is a community, a village, if you will, who will celebrate your achievements, your victories, and remind you where you started and helped you reach this incredible finish line or course, this ending. Graduates, please never forget that nursing is more than a career. It is an inner commitment to care for others at the most vulnerable moments of their lives. And why today marks the end of your education in this classroom and clinics. It is only the beginning of your education in life, leadership, and service. As you move forward, carry with you the many lessons you learned in the classroom and in clinics, the friendships you formed, and the purpose that brought you to this nursing program in the first place. I always try to end my lectures with an affirmation for the students and always ask them to write it down in their papers or notebook. Why? I wanted them to read these affirmations when they were studying and to remind themselves that they can do this, even when they had doubts and doubted themselves. So graduates, here's my last affirmation for your QCC today. So today and every day going forward, celebrate profoundly, reflect gradually, gratefully, and step boldly into the future. Because this is not an ending, this is a beginning filled with infinite possibilities and purpose and much needed hope. To the graduating class of 2026, the world needs your compassion, your courage, and your care more than ever. Congratulations to each and every one of you.
Thank you, Dr. Nealon. In music, there's a term called crescendo. It's the moment you've been waiting for. You get loud, intense, a peak, and building up. You're here for a candlelighting, yes? Crescendo. Ladies and gentlemen, assisting me with the candlelighting are people that sometimes you may not hear about, but the students know. The administrators that you submitted your application to in the office, Ms. Rita Coutinho, Ms. Nicole Kumas, and Ms. Audrey Morona, who's the director of our Nursing Resource Center in your lab. Can you give them a round of applause? Joining me will be the next SNA president, who's going to join me on stage, Sinyan Cho. Dim the lights, please. I need a little light. Nakai Moore. Xiang Go. Dinesh Dial. Chelsea Celestin. Manahil Zahid. Tony Chuck. Kaylin Lafari. Brittany Nagasar. Kaylin E. Rios. Stacey Ann Campbell Brown. Robert Echeverria. Anna Maria Demasi. KL Massey. Zaharios Avgulas. Ryan Sannon. Jacoby Evans. Vincent Lee. Casey Chung. Natalie Lima. Yunchi Yim. Yamel Toribio. Jocelyn Diva Esguera. Marzia Farzam. Yuching Chen. David Barayev. Jacqueline Maria Agudeo. Shauli Luau Abdelmessi. Kate Kim. Yunha Huang. Coca Core. Cynthia Situan. Star Huang. Amanda Jimenez Russo. Patricia Reyes. Siyu Wang. Selena Ali. Rihanna Panton. Yaling Zhang. Samantha Chow. Mariam Upton. Francesca Amadeo. Naomi Ferguson. Keisha Pacheco. Hazel O. Jamie Liu. Chan Shu. Giselle Cardena. Harvey Ventura. Jonathan Lemma. Anastasia Janku. Carol Lai. Woo! Hee Jung Yoon. Rokamiha Jean. Markayla Vassal. Linlin Leo. Gareth Castaneda Triana. Jingjing Wang. Woo! Michelle Premnott. Miriam Langan. Hazel Ospina. Sunbo Safe. Maria Bienvenida Schubert. Tiffany Law. Woo! Mandira Joshi. Kalisha Clanton. Tahani Singh. Bianca Luparello Gilmore. Samantha Cox. Chanel DeWuza. Jake Jacobo. And just in case they didn't hear you, let's hear whose family is the loudest. Thank you very much. Thank you. You get an A, you get an A, you get an A. Everybody gets an A. At this time, the graduates will recite the nurses pledge, 3 members of the outgoing SNA will come to the podium: Jake, Tahani, and Chanel.
I will strive with all my being, and with the help of God, to become an open, honest, kind, and diversified individual. In doing so, I will attain the qualities essential in the practice of nursing, for it is only after realizing one's self-worth we are able to promote that of others. Deliverance of high-quality health care is of essential importance. But let us also reach beyond a treatment or diagnosis, and remember that entrusted in my care is a human being, with all the loves, hates, fears, and idiosyncrasies that are an integral part of the human species. Let me not grow too comfortable in my knowledge, but actively seek out new information or continuance of my education. Being a nurse requires continuous growth. I dedicate myself to this cause and my life to the profession of nursing.
Graduates, you may turn off your candles. Graduates, please be seated. The outgoing president of the Student Nurses Association, they put on this with faculty guidance. The outgoing president, Bianca, is going to deliver her farewell address to her class. Bianca?
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for being here. I was recently asked if this nursing program is competitive. It's competitive to get an interview and a seat, but this group was only one thing: supportive. I'm still in awe of how kind and patient all of you are. I can honestly say that everyone here helped one another succeed. From our very first day at orientation, we had David starting our WhatsApp chat that we use daily. When it was time for our return demonstrations, our clinical group waited for each other as we went in one by one. In that dark hallway on the 3rd floor of the Medical Arts Building, we were there to support each other, whether that was cheering someone on or giving them a hug as needed. There, and at our various clinical sites, we shared stories from home, talked about our cultural backgrounds, and opened up about ourselves. I learned so much about food and loved how everyone's face lit up whenever we would pivot to that topic. Many of us came here on a second career path. Throughout lectures, we shared stories from our jobs as athletic trainers, EMTs, business people, medical assistants, and being parents. It brought our textbook to life, and I truly think of your anecdotes while studying. Thank you for sharing those personal life details. What we learned from that will only help our patients more. Carolyn Jarvis once said, "The character of the nurse is as important as the knowledge she or he possesses." And I can truly say the character of this cohort is what makes it so special. I've never been surrounded by so many caring people. Nurses are advocates, and I have seen all of us do that for one another. When someone was late for class, we were quick to call them up and check in on them. This came from the top down with our professors. We were led by example to look out for one another. Just like how we are constantly assessing even the most subtle changes in a patient, we did this for one another as classmates. I want to applaud everyone who chose nursing at a later stage in their life. I thought I was going to be the oldest and weirdest person here. Then I met some of you and I realized I fit right in. No matter what brought us here, we chose to learn how to care for others in one of the most personal ways possible. We proved that it is never too late to learn, grow, or begin again. I do need to thank Melinda Lady and Northwell's Enhance program for inspiring me to become a nurse. Whatever your reason was for starting this journey, hold on to it as you study for the NCLEX and navigate difficult moments in the future. We've already proven that we are capable of more than we realize. Be proud of the medication calculations computed, the Zoskis done, the Genius Academies recorded, the clinical hours at the bedside, the exam results we anxiously waited for, and of course, the PrepU mastery levels achieved. We did all of that while also living our normal life and all that comes with it. I'm proud of us, and I can't wait to see where we all go. Thank you to everyone who supported us, including those who can't be here today. Thank you to my family for always cheering me on. Thank you, Professor Rossi and Professor Pagano, for being excellent SNA club advisors. Thank you to all our amazing professors, clinical instructors, lab faculty, nursing office staff, testing faculty, and Ms. Matos from the Wellness Center. We all want to wish Dr. Reichart a wonderful retirement. Thank you for holding us to the highest standards. Whoever it is that's in your corner, don't forget to tell them you love them. Today we graduate not only with knowledge, but with compassion, resilience, and the reminder that you're never alone on this journey. Congratulations, Class of Spring 2026. Go Knicks, and let's all go be great nurses.
Yes, beat San Antonio. Thank you, that was great. I'd like to thank the QPAC team. This beautiful ceremony is not without the help of them behind the scenes. I want to thank all the QPAC from personnel administration to help us. Thank you so much. Well, we talked about crescendo. Let's bring it back to a book. So like with every good book, before you get to the end, you put that one chapter that wants you to continue reading, right? So we're getting to that chapter. It's the pinning. But I'd like to say something to the class before we start that. The graduating class of spring of January 2026 had a 100% pass rate on the NCLEX. My advice to you is don't mess it up. You got this, right? Okay. Assisting me with the pinning are two members of our department, Dr. Elizabeth Sutton and Professor Michelle Rossi, who's also one of the advisors of the SNA. As the graduates leave the stage, they'll be lined up inside for some beautiful pictures, and we ask that the audience wait for them to leave the auditorium before we do. Thank you so much. Graduates, please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, like every good book, the story is coming to an end, but like every good teacher, we give you something to reflect on. So one last thing before you go. Dance is truly my metaphor for living. Whether you dance in place, whether you go forward, little back, little salsa, the graduating class would like to offer you a little dance. Well, you don't have to leave, but you can't stay here. Thank you so much for coming to our candle lighting, and thanks for being part of our team. Have a great day.